myself when I like physically impose myself on their apartment for a while. This guy is a very funny dude, very cool dude, and he's one of my favorite people. So please put your hands together for Pat Larson.
How you doing, Shark Club? How's it going tonight? You guys enjoy the nice weather this weekend? Because I'm not gonna lie, I got toasted in more ways than one over the weekend. Oh man, that was funny. I'm a stoner comic, but I'm also like, you know, I'm so passive aggressive I don't even like to hit my punchlines. I'm my mom's youngest and my dad's oldest, but on either side I'm still the shortest. Miss the days when I could call my little brothers, now I gotta call them younger brothers. And you know, like it's kind of a tearjerker when I think about it, because you know, like I remember the days when I used to give my youngest brother piggyback rides, and now like the kid gives me piggyback rides because I will not let him get shit off the top shelf for me. Man, I know I'm short. I go into hiding on St. Patty's Day. All it takes is one drunk motherfucker to think I'm a real life leprechaun, and I wake up in a van the next day with some duct tape on my mouth and a knife to my throat here, and where's the gold, you weak fuck? Holy shit. Give me a minute, you know, I'm used to telling my jokes to other stoners, and I get a little bit of a pause in between punchlines. I don't know, I was making fun of my brother earlier this week. Since it was his birthday, I felt like dedicating some set time to him. And you know, I thought about it over the first set till now, so I'm gonna try something raw on you. I haven't even figured out how I'm gonna deliver this stuff. But you know, I used to have a wolf dog, Wolf Akita Mix. Her name was Tina. That was not her original name though. That was not my dog's original name. You see, like, I'm gonna say one of my siblings got out of rehab and they got the name of the dog. And Tina's original name was Teener. And I guess the lesson here is don't let somebody that just got out of rehab name the new family pet. If you know what a teener is, props. And we should probably hang out. You got some bad habits, and I want to see how bad they are. Oh man, who likes getting a good burger? I mean, we're in Omaha, you know, we're known for Omaha steaks, right? You know, I'm looking forward to that day I'm out of Omaha and I can be a snob when somebody gives me a steak and I'm just gonna be like, this is shit. What do you know about steaks? I'm from Omaha, man. I don't know, that's all I have for that, you know. If they say anything after that, I'm fucked. That's my trump card, man. And that doesn't even sound good with Trump around, you know? Like, he's got so many failed businesses, you know, like a Trump card just, I think it's lost its value. That's about as close to political stuff as I'll get. Mostly poker references. I used to work at a casino. I'd like to tell you which one, but I'm not allowed to. All I can say is they like animal shoes. But you know, I had a bad habit when I worked at the casino. I used to fuck with the new guy. Whoever the new guy was that wasn't me, I would fuck with. And you know, like the first time I ever went into work high, it was a real karma check because that was the first person I saw. Man, he saw me and he did like a double take and he grabbed the biggest knife he could get. I should have fucked with him in his own territory. He had an arsenal at his disposal. But he points the knife right at me and he's like, don't you do it, Pat, not tonight. And I look him dead in the eyes to the tip of the blade, which was like right here, man. And then to him in the eyes, to the tip of the blade, but I was stoned, so I zoned out. And then I looked him back in the eyes, and I was like, you know, at first I was afraid. Hell, I was petrified. I kept thinking I could never live without you, Papa. And then I ran out. That's all I had to do to get into that dude's head. That's how I like to... You know, I'm left-handed. I should probably throw that out there. And you know, like, back in the medieval days, they said, like, left-handed people were in legion with Satan or demons. And you know, when I think about what I do for my own entertainment, when I'm bored, I can see why they came to that conclusion. But then again, I also have ADD, you know, if I see something shiny like that, I'm gonna forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? No, it kind of sucks, you know, I'll be like in a real deep conversation, and then I'll see something that catches my eye, and I'll just forget everything I was talking about and be like, do I know you? It's bad. And I'm hyper. I don't know. I got ADD, but I was too lazy for the H, so they just gave me the ADD. Oh, God. I am so wandering off tonight. I apologize. I have no idea where I'm going. But I'm having fun. And that's all that matters, right? Yeah. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. And dude, your shirt tripped me out. Took me a second, but I was like, fuck yeah. And I hope you have an awesome set. I feel it. It's gonna be killer tonight. Woo! And let's give it up for Ben and Sam and Allie. Let's just, and the bartender. I'm getting tongue-tied, man. I'm Judge. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna share a little bit of info, but I want you guys to know that if you're, wow, did you spill? Party foul.
Snitch.
I believe in you. Alright, so I was gonna... There was a reason I brought up steak. I just got a little sidetracked, or beef, just beef. But, you know, I was gonna say I like a good burger, and I like to go to Five Guys Burgers and Fries, but don't ever forget to emphasize the burgers and fries, because you're gonna get weird looks if you say that you just had Five Guys and you're not hungry anymore. And your grandpa might not talk to you again. It might be a little more alarming if he goes up to you and be like, hey, just... am I running long? I might be rambling. You can tell me to fuck off whenever. I'm down. What was it? I wanted to share like some cool stories about my dad, because it's Father's Day. Like, I remember the coolest moment where I thought my dad was like a superhero was like we're going around McDonald's in the drive-thru, and I think I had my seatbelt on. I'm pretty sure, but like I didn't shut the door because I was like 4 all the way, and the door went flying open. And for some reason, whatever, I decided I was gonna try and close it. And like right after that, I kind of immediately realized my error, and I'm about to fall out of the car. And out of nowhere, my dad just grabs my hand, yanks my hand, but I finally get the door. And as he's pulling me back into the car, I slam the door. And it was like teamwork. It's a beautiful thing.
True.
I don't know, I was kind of fearless as a kid, man. I like to climb things. You know, speaking about my ADD that I mentioned earlier, I can tell you when they figured me out, when they decided to send me into the quack, it was right around nap time. Right after recess, I was still ready to go, man. It was like, I'm ready to learn, there are new people around. I was kind of an odd child. Believe it or not, like that's how I ended up getting high the first time, because they just wanted to see what I would do when I got high. And I told them that the birds were talking shit, and I was convinced they teamed up with cops to get me. I also at one time thought that the flowers had teamed up with the cops to get me. I don't know, I used to be really paranoid till Walmart. Like, I went into Walmart with a couple of buddies. We got all pretty roasted. We were gone, and then some. But, like, I had an epiphany right as I see all of them going through the, like, discount video bin. And they're so fucking high, they don't even care. And it's like blatantly obvious, we're all high. And then I look around and I'm like, man, how are we not gonna get busted? And then it occurred to me, nobody gave a fuck.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I should not cuss that much. I'm trying to work on having a clean set. Although I'm not sure what that is. Man, I always, like, every time I come up here, and it's like, the comedy thing, I love it because, you know, I never get bored with it. I might get a little discouraged from time to time, but who doesn't? But, you know, I love it because I'm always, like, giving myself new goals, and I've had some pretty cool goals. I'll share some of them with you tonight. Like, one goal was I wanted to have a good set, so good that the comic right after me would cuss me out and tell me to get the hell out of the bar. I got told to get out of the bar. Man. I apologize. I'm blaming my dealer for the bad set, on the delays, but I'm also really glad he did it too. So I'm a pizza delivery boy. I'm not gonna say for who, but I swear to God, I had this one customer one day, and I'll never forget this lady. It was over the phone. She called the place a delivery, and I was like, "All right, where are you? All right, do you know which street that's on?" No, I'm not from Omaha. I'm in a band and we're traveling around. I'm like, okay, do you know the streets that you drove on to get here? She's like, I don't know this place. I don't even know what street I'm on. I didn't drive. I'm like, can you find that out? No? Can I put you on hold? Hey, management, this is too much stupid for my pay. It was bad. Like, I'm not saying anything against musicians. I'm just saying, if you're gonna call a pizza joint and want a delivery, you should at least know where you are. That's all I'm asking. I don't think it's that much. Well, actually, I'm gonna say tip. If you got like a bartender, tip them, waitress too, and your delivery people. They don't have to be pizza delivery people. If they deliver food to you, you might want to tip them. I mean, I'm just saying, they know where you live. That was fucked up. Ah, man. You know, man, I'm gonna do a reference joke. This is where I like to give like a little tribute to one of the comics that I got. That got me wanting to do comedy. Like Mitch Hedberg was one of my favorite comics, and you know, the reference to him would be, you know, I'm feeling like pancakes tonight. You know, I started out strong, but by the end, you're just gonna hate me. One cool thing is I got to meet Christopher Titus this year, and he's one of the few idols I have that hasn't like OD'd yet, so that's cool, you know. And I thought about that as I was driving back from Lincoln. I was like, he's the only one that's still alive. But you know, I've been a big fan of his since I was like 10. Used to watch the show like my family. It was like a bonding thing. I think it was just because we came from a crazy family, so we can really relate. But been a big fan of him, and I remember, like, there was this one time I was thinking about quitting doing comedy. I had lost my uncle the year before, and then I lost my stepdad. And, you know, I was thinking about quitting comedy for a little while. And I was hanging out with my mom, and she was taking the loss of my stepdad really hard. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand hearing my mom cry. It just bugs the hell out of me.
True.
And I couldn't handle it anymore. And I got to a fuck it point, as I like to call it. And I